Morena tamari, everybody. Wherever you may be, wherever you, morena. Um, I'm going to try a new karakia this morning. So shall we open up our session with the karakia? So inoi tātou. Mā te rā e kawe mai te ngō iara iara. Mā te marama e whakaora koe i wainga pō. Mā te ua e huroi o maharahara. Mā te hau e pupuhi te pā kahu kahu ki roto i tō tinana. I roto i au hikoetanga i te ao. Kia whakaora koe ki te humari a tāhua hoki o aura. Tūturu o whiti whakamawa kia tīna, tīna, haumi e, hui e, tai ki he. And it's a blessing of inspiration. The sun will bring you energy every day. The moon will restore you by night. The rain will wash away your worries. The wind will breathe strength into your being. As you walk upon this earth, may all the days of your life be restored with beautiful humility, permanently fixed, secured, and steadfast. Join, gather, entwine. Ka pai, e mihi ana ki a tātou. Tātou ka whakakotahi mai ki te kaupapa o te pūaho pōriro. Tēnā koutou, tēnā rā tātou katoa. So before you hear any more from me, I'm going to hand you over to Michelle. Over to you, Michelle.
Morning, Koto. So many familiar faces, which is lovely. So you'll all remember what I've got to do. We just like to acknowledge Foundation North here because they sponsor these great talks for us. And I'd like to find out if you've received funding in the past few years. So here is our poll. If you could please vote, that would be lovely. And we've got such a bumper season of Te Whare talks coming. So if you haven't seen them, I'll pop a link in the chat soon with what we've got coming up for the next few months. Fab, thanks everyone, that's looking great. Wonderful. All right, back to you, Tuihana.
Beautiful. Well, it's our last session of these sessions, and I think it's such a beautiful timing as we go into Matariki. But just to remind us all and just to build on that whakawhanaunga that we've done in each session is, can you please put in your name, your organisation, and the place or the space. So I'm calling in from Waiheke today, but where are you today? So if you could please put that in the chat, that'd be lovely. Ed, lovely to see you again. So please name, organisation, and the town, the place, the space that you're, or city that you're coming in from today. Could please put that in the chat. That would be lovely. Nina, I keep wondering what your name was, Nina, because on your title, so it's really good to know. That's beautiful.
I'm trying to figure out how to change it, but I can't. So
lovely, everybody. Wow, we're from all over the place this morning. It's beautiful. Thank you for making the time to come in this morning, whānau. Thank you for making the time for you. So normally I would ask you in the chat to let me know, but actually no, we're going to do half first and then we'll go there, ka pai. So if everyone can get comfortable in their place or their space where they are right now. Ka pai. All right. Make sure your hands are in places that are really comfortable. Just gonna, okay, just roll those shoulders up to your ears and just let them go down a couple of times. Just do that and just let them drop. We often forget or around the beautiful essence of ha, which is our breath. So today I'm going to either keep your eyes open or you might want to close them down. But we're just going to breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. And I just want you to observe your breathing. So in through your nose. Kei roto, kei waho, out through your mouth. Ano, again. Kei roto. Kei waho. Again, and this time I want you to really breathe in from your petal, from your belly button. Breathing in, kei roto. And when you breathe out, I really want you to breathe out from that very same space. And now just back to your breathing. I just want you to observe your breathing. As you breathe in and you breathe out through your nose. You might have a few little niggles in your tinana in your body, or your mind might be racing. Just want you to keep focusing on that breath. Breathing in, kei roto. Breathing out, kei waho. And anytime a distraction comes into your mind, I just want you to go, no, just no, not right now. I'm focusing on my breath. The breath that gives us life, te mauri ora. And in your next inhalation and your next kei roto and your next breath in, I want you to breathe it in. Big, deep breath. Blow it out through your mouth. Do that 3 times. Now open your eyes and just do whatever it is that your body wants to do. Stretch and move. Doesn't that feel like luxurious? Oh. Lovely. Now, I'm going to ask each of you, and we're going to come on, we're going to take ourselves off mute, and we're going to each share a word, not in the chat. We're going to hear from each of you today, how you're coming into the space today. And I'm just going to go around what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask someone to start, and then if you could pass the rake, kapai. So let's start with Nina, who's changed her name, Nina. So we'll start with Nina, and then Nina can let us know how she's coming into the space, and then she can hand it on to the next person. Ka pai, Nina? Thank you so much for being the person.
Kia ora, Atamarie. Side note, I didn't change my name in the chat. I don't know.
It changed it on the little thing.
Did somebody do that?
No. Michelle did it.
Oh, thank you. I feel like I'm arriving today feeling curious, and aware that my body wants rest.
I'll just turn my video off.
And I'd like to pass the rako on to Lisa.
Kia ora.
Oh, morena tātou. I've just come back from holiday, so my word is reset.
Oh, very nice, Lisa.
Lucky me. And I will pass the rako to Bronwyn.
Kia ora. I'm going to go nuts and use two words here. First one's nia, tired, and the second one is optimistic.
Beautiful, beautiful. Who would you like to pass it to, Bronwyn? By the way, I'm not about rules, so please feel free to break them.
I'm going to pass to the Hauora Ed. Kia ora, Ed.
Kia ora, I haven't seen you for a while. My word is bitsy, like this little bit of that and a little bit of that, and what's that? And so this is good.
Beautiful.
And I'll pass on to my old first group mate, Eliana.
Kia ora, hoa. Kia ora, everyone. It's lovely to be here. I'm feeling rushed, but happy to be landing. Cheryl, to you.
Kia ora, just starting my video. Mine is definitely distracted. I'm in the middle of a villa renovation and my builder is here today trying to open windows. So I have to keep turning the video off. So I'm sorry, but I might have to listen to the recording later because I think I'm not going to be able to concentrate.
Ka pai, Cheryl.
Is that okay?
Yes, of course.
Okay, thank you so much.
Who would you like to pass it on to?
Lisa.
Kia ora. Lisa, you might need to pass it on. Thank you.
Is there another Lisa?
No, there's a Michelle.
I'm energized this morning, super energized. And over to you, Sonia.
Morena whānau. Energized, that's a nice word. I think I'm a bit overwhelmed at the moment. I've got so much on my to-do list, but I wanted to make sure I started the day with you guys, and that'll help me get through the rest of it.
Beautiful.
So, tough day for that. Wendy, over to you. Hello.
Kia ora koutou. So I guess I'm coming here today a little bit weary. I'm just looking after my mum who's got COVID at the moment. But yeah, look, pleased to be here and just finding that rest in these sessions. So kia ora. Hand over to Lauren.
Morena koutou. I am coming into this space feeling alive today. Woke up at 5:30. So yeah, excited for what's ahead, and I will pass to Kim. I don't think Kim's been.
Morning, everyone. My internet's not working very well, so I'm a bit agitated this morning. Did you hear that?
We certainly did, Kim. Thank you so much. And who would you like to pass it on to? Let's try. Who hasn't been?
Esther.
Yeah, Esther.
Nadine.
Kia ora. I'm coming in today feeling reflective after a period of feeling quite agitated.
Yeah. Beautiful.
And I'll pass to Nadine. Has Nadine been?
Yes, Nadine. Thank you.
Morning, everyone. My word is grateful. I've got all my kids home from university and other places, and the house is full of them and their friends, and noise and activity and food, and it's fantastic. I'm just loving it. So yeah, my word is grateful.
Awesome.
Lataule. Lautali, sorry if I've said your name incorrectly.
It's all good. Talawhalawa. Mine is Malosi, which in Samoan is strong. I've been for a walk in the regional park and I said hello to someone and I said, "Where's your wife?" And I haven't seen her for a while. Apparently she had passed. So, so make the most of every day is what I'm saying. Lady I used to see walking her dogs all the time. And now her husband's doing it. So, I'm looking forward to challenges. I'm moving on, so I'm energized and looking for new challenges. So that's why I'm feeling Balosi.
Beautiful.
I'm going to pass it on to Ty.
I think Ty's the last one.
Okay, cool.
Talawhalawa, everyone. I agree with a whole lot of words that's come up, but I suppose that having to come up with a new word, I'm happy. Yeah, but I'm feeling very happy today. Don't ask me why, but I don't know. I'm just energized and all that. So happy it is. I think there's a Esther hasn't been.
I think everyone's been now. Thank you, Ty. Thank you so much, everyone, for sharing, and I know it's a little bit of a vulnerable space, and I'm very good at voluntaroharing people. So, if you haven't heard of that word, I use that word in place of voluntel. I use voluntaroha. So, thank you, Nina, for starting off the passing of the raka. Appreciate it. Today's we're not going to do breakout rooms today. I've just made a decision. Sorry, Michelle. But today's session was around a beautiful word called Raranga, and most people would know that word to be the traditional and ancient way that Maori have made kite, have woven kite for various uses. So we see lots of beautiful kite now that are used as purses or handbags, but there were kite for different uses, for different things, for fishing, for gathering kai. There were different kite, and every kite that's woven is quite distinct. So if you think about your kite would be quite distinct. So Lisa's would be quite different from Sonia's, who'd be quite different from Nina's, who'd be quite different from Wendy's. And we've often heard this word manamotuhake. And manamotuhake sometimes can really put the fear of things into people, because people are like, we often hear that word in quite a negative context, when really it's quite a positive and beautiful word, because it's really around your autonomy. It's around your self-determination, and it's around how you navigate your own destiny. And that's manamotuhake. And each of us has our own manamotuhake. Does that make sense to everybody? So what I'd really love to do a bit of reflection on, and we may have breakout rooms, but is that this week we're really gathering, and I'm confident that most of you have been in the last two sessions, or at least one of the previous two sessions, and you kind of did a bit of a mind map of your Te Whare Tapa Whā, and you wrote it down, and all of you kind of wrote down where your Te Whare Tapa Whā was and where it's at. And then in the last session, we spoke around your pūmanawa, which I know was a little bit of a uncomfortable space for some. The one thing we didn't cover off, which would be really good to also talk about in this session, was, your tikanga. And your tikanga being, you've got your Te Whare Tapa Whā, you've discussed your pūmanawa, but tikanga is the way and the process in which you do things. So every morning, for example, part of my tikanga when I wake up is I always drink a glass of water, and then I write in my whakawhātai gratitude journal, and I write in that every morning. And then I also consult with what the maramataka is doing today. And the beautiful thing about this is you've got hinengaro, wairua, tinana, and tinana, wairua, taio, and hinengaro. And so I do that, and I'll share this with you in a minute. And I do that every morning. So that's part of my tikanga that I do every day. So I suppose what I'm saying with tikanga is, what are your practices, is another way of putting it, that you do for you every day. How are you taking the things that you've written down? And I see that Lisa, when she pulled up her piece of paper, she had Post-it notes and she had colours and yes, I saw Lisa. And what's beautiful about that is that what are your practices? How are you putting all of that you've now placed onto paper or in your phone or wherever you've placed it? How are you now weaving that all together to become embedded practices within your day? Ka pai? And that is going to look like, smell like, taste like, sound like, and feel like different things to different people. So what are your daily practices, and how are you weaving all of the magic of yourself, the magic of Sonia, the magic of Nadine, the magic of Ty, the magic of Bronwyn, the magic of Ed? How are we weaving that into our days? Because a few people have come in today saying, oh, like really busy, lot on, feeling a little bit, oh. But if you can go back and ground yourself in those practices that keep you solid, that provide you with the space of mana motuhake. Making sense? And if you want to know what the day is today in the maramataka, it's interesting that we're talking about this, and it's a good time to do this leading into Matariki, because Lisa spoke about how she's in a reset. This is the perfect time to reset. Perfect time to reflect and reset. So today is a takido, and takido is around winding down and relaxing to feel the taki of the marama. So if I look at wairua, so we're transitioning from a high energy phases, because we've just come out of full moon, rako nui, and we're moving into lower energy phases, or taki. So we're moving, it means rhythm. And the maramataka, the moon phases, are all about understanding your rhythm with the environment. Ka pai? And if I look at taio, it says, takiro te wā tika mō te nāki, ota ota ki te whenua. Takiro is the right phase for clearing the weeds and maintaining the soil on your whenua. So if you think of that about yourself, today is a good day to chuck out those weeds. And there's a whole reason why on the 28th, which is Friday, we celebrate Matariki, because we go from kore into tangaro phases. So we go from quite low energy days to then moving into high energy. So that day, that's the reason why Professor Rangi Mātāmua would have selected this day as Friday. So if you think about it, today is a great day to clean out those weeds, get rid of all that, I was about to swear, stuff. To get rid of all that stuff that to get rid of those weeds. Ka pai? And if you get a chance today, then I'd ask you to look up into the sky, or look at the sea, or just place your feet on the ground and just do that for 2 minutes and take a moment to feel and see what you're observing and even hearing. Yeah, 2 minutes. That's all I ask of you to give yourself. You're giving yourself time right now to be with us. Just want to eat to each of you for that time. But also take 2 minutes for you today to observe what's going on outside. The wind. Close your eyes, keep them open. But also, hinengaro, so everything that comes up, must come down. So it really is a wind down time. It's a relaxed time. So if you feel like it's a bit of a grind today, like a bit of a when you're trying to get a lot done, it's because you're really just supposed to be winding down and taking it. And I know, Sonia, you've got a to-do list this long, right? But take your time through that today. Yeah. And if you're a tinana person, it's a good phase for practicing skills that have a beat or a rhythm to it. So kia mau ki te taki o tō tinana. So listening to the rhythm of your body. So who knows, before we go today, we just might be getting up for a little bit of a siva siva or kani kani, okay, with the song. But it's all about weaving all those things together. And all the things that we've done in the previous 2 sessions, because it tells you, gives you an insight into, you know, everyone's asking, and I know I've said this before, but what resources are at our fingertips? Well, the resources at your fingertips, in order to resource yourself, you have already. Ka pai? Yeah? So now I want to, knowing that Matariki is this time, by the way, I hope that somewhere with someone and a dean, it's a beautiful time if your rangatahi are home from university, is Matariki here kai, is around this year's theme, is around sharing food and kai with people. And if you'll hear, and I hear from Nina's accent that she's probably a little bit away from her whānau. So how do you celebrate Matariki here kai? And that is with your partner or with friends or with work colleagues. It's about bringing everyone together. Ka pai? Might just be you and your partner, but that sharing of kai. I would really love each of us to just sit for a moment and looking at what we've done, looking at our Te Whare Tapa Whā, thinking about our Te Whare Tapa Whā, thinking about our mana motuhake, thinking about how we're going to navigate our destiny in the next year. What is one, I don't want to say goal because it's such a word, but if we think about our pūmanawa and we think about our Te Whare Tapa Whā, what is the one thing that we'd really like to achieve or have a goal with or do within the next year? And I want you to think about, not about your family, not about your kids, not about your partners, but what's that one thing for you? And I would love you to write that down. What's that one thing for you? That was a bit challenging for me because it went straight to my youngest. I really would love to see my youngest thrive. So it wasn't about me, it was about him. But that's really where my heart is. For myself, again, it's hard for me to not think about mahi because I love my job. I love the work that I do. And so I just want to see that just flourish as well and bloom. But I think for me, I'd like to in the next year go on a date. And I'd really love to have a good time in New York or Boston when I go to see my auntie. But, you know, I'd really like to go on a date, like a good date, you know, like a date where there's lots of good conversation and lots of good kai. And don't try and line me up, anybody, by the way. But I'd really like to go on a nurturing, nourishing date, you know? So that's what I'd really like for myself in the next year. We'll check back in a year's time. We'll see if I've done that, okay? Oh, Nina, I run a unique dating experience. But what is it for each of you? So I've kind of said my family, which is my youngest son. I think I did the whole Te Whare Tapa Whā. So for whānau would be my youngest son, seeing my youngest son flourishing and just starting to step into his light. For my mahi, it would be that this mahi just blows out of the water and is an amazing, that I continue to do this amazing mahi, but elevate it even further. That personally I go on a date, that my body still looks like I'm 35. That's my tinana, that my hinengaro, that I'm really mindful of always grounding myself, and that's kind of really connected to my wairua. So, and as for taha, for me, it's about exploring other places and other countries that perhaps I haven't been to before. So there you go. There's my little tip. There's my little goal. But yeah, go on a date would be really cool. What I will do, Michelle, is can we break them off into breakout rooms, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Can we break them off into rooms of 2, I think? Is that okay? Into pairs? And can I ask each of you to share with each other, when you're in those spaces, what some of your goals and aspirations are for the year ahead? Kapai, and we'll give you 5 minutes, so that's 2.5 minutes each. I know it's not much time. And we'll get you back here at 9:41. Kapai? Kia ora, everybody. Lovely to have you all back. And I hope that you all shared. I just want to take a moment actually to just mahi te tai. Tai lost somebody just recently. And so Tai, to you, to your mahi, to your work colleagues, and to the family of the young person, we just want to send all our love to you. And moi mai rā e te rangatira. And, haere, haere, haere atu rā. So may they go in peace to wherever they are going to. So ka pai. Thank you. Much aroha from all of us to you, Tai. I hope that, that everybody enjoyed that session and that we were able to talk about some of our goals and aspirations for ourselves. And if I could, we're just going to take a couple of minutes to have a couple of people share. So I'm going to ask Sonia Volan aroha Sonia to share, please.
Would you like us to share my own one?
Yes, please.
Thank you. My thing to share was to get some balance from my tinana side and the wairua side to really include and find a bit more spirituality connection over the next 12 months. And all the other habits that I have to, shed and increase better habits for my tinana and well-being. Was good, but now it's been distracted with a lot of more work and mahi to kind of cloud the focus. And the other thing was mahi's been really good and career's been good, and I feel there's a momentum building. And I just want to be awake and present to kind of help ride that wave on some really good things coming through. So that's my goal, to be able to really connect for the next 12 months. And bring that into my dailies as well.
Beautiful. And who were you partnering with?
With the lovely Lisa.
Lisa. So let's hear from Lisa. Kia ora, Sonia. Thank you.
Oh, kia ora. For my tinana, I agreed with Sonia. We had the same kind of goal of staying away from naughty snacks and things like that, and just looking after our bodies, because if we look after our bodies, a lot of the other stuff falls into place. For my wairua, I wanted to step into a place of creativity. I used the example of having been bought an easel for Christmas to do art on, and it's still in the corner, never used it yet. So yeah, yeah, how could I be putting off something that would be so awesome to do? Anyway, and on the more kind of mahi side, being more, lifting my gaze more from what's right in front of me in the now to what's on the horizon and what's possible. And I do spend too much on the now and the thinking, and often the overthinking, instead of doing the dreaming and the kind of aspiring stuff. So yeah.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Thank you. Who else? Bronwyn.
Kia ora.
Kia ora.
I have been giving quite a lot of myself to my mahi for quite a long time, and with that, my own personal tikanga has dropped off. So the next year for me is understanding more of my own personal tikanga and then putting that into regular practice. So putting some more time into me.
Beautiful. Beautiful. And who was your partner, Bronwyn?
Oh, I had the amazing Nina.
Nina. Nina.
I really loved that this morning. Thanks, everybody. Oh, thank you, Bronwyn. The thing that is in my heart is learning more. Learning more and teaching more. I feel like I've been quite afraid to step into the light of what I feel is a part of my mahi, and I've been taking these little steps, and then something happens and I get scared, and I yeah, don't persist and continue to move over the bumps and the learning curves. And I've been teaching a class once a week, and I tried so hard to get out of teaching that class 8 weeks ago, and I couldn't get out of it. And it has been such an incredible 8 weeks, and it's just given me the love to continue, while also seeking out opportunities to invest in filling up my kete of knowledge. So I'm looking at in the next few months, or within the next 6 months, going and doing a deeper training for about a month in Bali potentially, which is really exciting to gift that to myself.
Beautiful. And beautiful, Nina. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Tuihana. I really enjoyed this.
Shall we try Nadine?
I'm hearing lots of interconnections with other people here. I need to take some time this year to do more things for me and to get more balance, not focus on everyone else and looking after everyone else and everyone else's needs. I've started the practice this year. I really loved the Ngāhere series you did with Louise and found it really great, but haven't managed to continue on as regularly as I think would be beneficial. I did a mindfulness series, and again found that really good at the time, but haven't continued it on. And when you were talking about what you do as your morning routine, and I was really lucky to be in a group with He just then with Lautali, and she was talking about what she does as her morning or her routine to connect with nature and to ground herself and with breathing. I want more of that going into this year. So yeah, a little bit more for me and nourishing me is
beautiful. Beautiful, Nadine. And we'll hear from Natalie and then we'll bring it back. Ka pai, Natalie.
Oh, yeah, no, Nadine's doing some amazing practices to detach herself too from a lot of the work as well, which was awesome. And I really enjoyed that. Yeah, just for me, like I'm really lucky. I've got Shakespeare Regional Park at my doorsteps. I've got beach, waterfall, bush and that. So I think when I first started this journey, I wasn't in a good space. I actually just resigned from my organization and that, so I just needed to. And so today it was really nice to say I was Malosi, and that is because, yeah, I've been doing everything that we should all be doing, and it's, practicing our breathing, doing more meditation. 10 minutes isn't a long time, but it's so effective, and it's, we make up all these excuses, but it's just such a must for us to do. And just walking, I was telling Nadine, I just walk and I touch the trees and the plants and that, but I also give gratitude in that too. Always been thankful in that. And I was saying sometimes I'm doing karakia at the waterfall or waiata at the beach and that. It just feels right to do that and feels good for me to do that. And it kind of helps with everything, my wairua, my tiana, my, everything. So, if you'd asked me this question probably when we first started, it probably wouldn't have been good. But now I've got through that and, got through the other side and just feeling really a lot more empowered, a lot more stronger. And also a lot more things are coming to me now. So it's really special. So thank you, Tuihana. This is really, really important for everyone to do at some stage in their life, just to stop and just, smell the roses, connect and yeah, because I'm seeing like the person who had passed away, she had died from stroke, and I'm like in emergency housing, supporting another organization, and you see all of these things, and it is really hard. So it is really important for us to replenish ourselves and that reset to be able to give to others as well. So thank you. But it was awesome with Nadine. I love Nadine's what she does as well. So awesome.
I think the beautiful thing is that I've heard the word need, and it's not to judge yourself, it's to have some kindness to yourself, and just be gentle with your heart, and it's just one thing at a time. It really is, because often if you have a multitude of goals, if you don't reach those goals, there's a sense of failure that comes with that. So just one little thing at a time. Do not be harsh on yourself. Be kind to yourself, because Wendy, Kim, Lauren, Bronwyn, Natalie, Nadine, Sonia, Lisa, Nina, Ed, Michelle, Eliana, and Kai, if you look at your Te Whare Tapa Whā, if you look at your pūmanawa, look at all that you have within. Look at all the beautiful things that you have within. And your Te Whare Tapa Whā does not stay solid. In terms of, it means like, this is my Te Whare Tapa Whā and this is what I have to do. Your Te Whare Tapa Whā changes, like the seasons change, like the winds change, like the day changes, your Te Whare Tapa Whā changes. So go with that flow. Be with that flow of yourself. And your tinana has so much wisdom within. So, I hope that you've all walked away and you're walking away with a kete of resources that are yours. To have. And that when you are feeling agitated or a little bit rushed or busy, that you can go to that kite and go, look what I have. This is all that I have. It's about remembering the harikwa moments. It's about remembering the joyful, joyful moments that we have. So while today you may feel agitated or busy, or you may feel joy today, but if you are feeling those kind of emotions of agitated or ngi, is to actually think about, okay, but what's a joyful, because there will be a joyful moment today. He kakanoa hau, I rui a mai, I rangi a te a. 'Cause I can never be lost. I am a seed, born of greatness, descended from a line of chiefs. He kakanoa ahau. And I may have sung this already, and I may have shared this with you already. But no matter who we are, no matter our whakapapa, no matter our background, we are come and are all descended from lines of chiefs and from our ancestors and our tupuna, and that's why we're here today. And if there's one joyful moment from today, is that we are all present, we are all alive, and we are here today. Matariki here kai, matariki manawatia, manawatia matariki. Please take this time. It's from now to the end of July. But even then it continues to take the time to reflect, to reset and rejuvenate, because you are worth it. You are so worth it. To Bronwyn, I hope you're walking away not feeling so ngingi. To Kim, I hope you're feeling, oh, I can see a smile walking away. So if we all smile, we're seeing smiles to one another. But from my heart to your heart, thank you for these sessions. Thank you for the honour and the blessings upon myself and my family to bring these to you, to Foundation Lord, to CSI. Thank you so much. Ka pai. And I'm going to ask Ty, do you think that you could close us with local, please? Ka pai?
Yep.
All right.
If it's okay, I'm just going to say it in Samoa.
Oh, absolutely. That's what I was hoping for. So let's, kia ora. Whawhetai.
Tata salo. Let's all mata tamaro mata tui whai atu I lau fio. Ina o wha mai ale mawhtanga I le ne tai au mata te whawhetai atu. Ia o ona ua Sofia whaiale nei a onga whawhetai moa o onga uma ua whaaso mai me mātou a wā he tau sia o mātou sino o mātou loto ma whawhau a meisi o mātou anga. Ha whai atu alvi inga lau fio. Patasi mai lau fio mai mātou I le nei aso. So whai Yesu mātou ole atu. Amen.
Amen. Go well. Be beautiful. Mata aroha. Ka kite.
Ka kite.
Tō whā sa fua.
Pa. Pa se fua.
Bye.